Hello, this is Ryan Curley from Seagull TV. This is the 2023 Wallaroo Football Club President, Tom Nolan.
Thank you, Rosa.
Nice to have you on board.
Nice to meet you and be the first cab off the rank.
Yeah, he is. We've got a couple of questions for Tom, and this will be a weekly occurrence every Thursday, obviously organised by the new coach, which we'll eventually get to. But Tom, I've just got a couple of questions for you. First of all, how long have you been involved with the club?
Been living in Wallaroo 10 years, probably 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
9 years at the club?
9 years at the club.
Yep. What are the roles you've done at the club?
It was under 10 coach, under 12 coach. Been a club umpire for numerous years, on the committee for almost 9 years, mainly junior level, and on the senior committee for coming up 4 years or 3 years as senior committee. Then took on the role as president last year, and this year, and junior president last year.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you've definitely qualified for the job then, which is definitely good.
Can only hope so.
So just touching on that, what's your best moment that you've witnessed while being involved with the club?
Best moment? Probably watching my son Lockie debut at 15 years of age.
Yep,
A grade.
Yep,
against Butte. Unfortunately, we lost the game, but he, it was a good moment for the for himself and the family. So
yeah, 100%. Well, that leads into the next question. Great. What is it like having obviously a son that works so much behind the scenes, like Toby, in terms of the Instagram and all that, and also with Nolan playing A grade footy? Like as a father, that would be pretty good.
It's good to see kids involved in the game and in the club. Without the younger generation that we look for, technology is everything, and kids know the technology.
100%.
So no, it's good.
No, Instagram's definitely done wonders for the club.
TJ's done well with Instagram and Facebook. So
100%,
we're pretty all over the socials. Yeah. That's what we want. It's how we advertise and get people through 100%. The gates.
Hopefully this helps for the viewers at home.
Yes, that'd be good.
If you could say anything to the viewers, what would you say?
About the club or about anything in life?
Anything you want to say.
Live life to the fullest.
There you have it, Tom Nolan. As the president, what are some, explain to us your role, what's expected of you week to week?
Going through plenty of emails, never a dull moment. Emails every night, replying to emails, phone calls from committee members, treasurers, secretaries, other club presidents, and just making sure the club runs smoothly. If there's any chinks in the armour, you sort them out.
So that's your job,
as a committee, not by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you never do anything by yourself, or you get in the caca. So
fair enough.
So make sure everything runs smoothly for the club. So
how often are you interacting with other club presidents? Is that something that happens often, or only once in a while?
No, just once in a while. Probably when we do the senior meetings for the YPFL, all clubs get together. The senior delegates. So we haven't done one yet, but we hopefully do one of them in a couple of months or something.
Yeah. So halfway. Who's our delegate?
Probably be me.
And
also Michael West, Andy West's son. He is the delegate, but it'd be nice for me to go down there and have a voice as well. So
fair enough. All right. What's something exciting and new us people around the club can look forward to over either this year or next year, like the club might be changing or doing new?
What we've got this year, we've got a good social committee.
Yes.
And without a good social committee, events don't happen. And this year, and hopefully for the next handful of years, we can continue to bring outsiders into the club and to show them how good we are at doing things.
100%. That was seen last Saturday with the couch.
Yeah, on the couch.
That was a great idea.
It was a good night. Good night.
That was good. All right, so for the club in general, what's the goal this season, not only on field, but also off field? Are there any financial goal figures or membership figures that you want to talk about that the goal for the club is?
Well, financial figures, our club itself is solely run by volunteers and excellent sponsors. Don't have backing by big farmers like the majority of clubs do, so a lot of our income comes from canteen, bar sales, and sponsorship, and raffles and events. So that's how we get our money. It's we just look at doing things differently to other clubs.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, just on that, like, so do gate sales come in much to that, or is that not much of a big profit for the club?
No, what we make through the gate, obviously, everything goes back to the YPFL. But without numbers coming through the gate, you're not getting good bar sales, canteen sales. And Wallaroo, the years I've been here, I've always seen excellent crowds coming through the gate. So
100%, yeah, that's a strong point for a club. How much does the football and netball have to do with each other in terms of finance, for those that don't know?
It means a lot. We're a pretty strong football / netball club. Having the netball club just up behind us, we interact pretty well, and hopefully we can get back to where we were several years ago. We're very strong.
So just on that, what are you, like? Was there a rift that was created?
I don't know. Something happened. You know, there's always something going on in clubs. You never get the full story of why or how, but we're slowly seeing the interaction coming back.
Good, yeah, that's what we want to see. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to try and dig out that story from someone someday on here.
You've never told the truth.
If you could get any grant from the council to add anything to this, like, footy ground, what would you do? Whether it be grandstand or car parking, like, what would you do?
Oh Jesus!
Free of charge, you could build anything.
Free of charge, I would probably say a new facility. To make it bigger. You know, nothing wrong with the change rooms that we've got, but everyone seems to be upgrading, like your Kadina Cougars, CMS Crows. They've all got fancy bigger clubhouses. So, you know, I'd like to do that. Wouldn't change it much, just make it bigger to house a couple hundred people instead of 120, 140. Which, so, and possibly upstairs as well. So,
yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would
so
be awesome.
Yeah, combine everything, clubhouse and canteen facilities, to accommodate more people.
That would be awesome if we could get that done. I'll tell you that much. In your eyes, how important are volunteers for the club? Obviously, you touched on it before, but just stress how important are volunteers?
Without volunteers, clubs don't run. Simple as that. Every club that I've been in, whether it be here or down in Melbourne, volunteers are the backbone of any club. And luckily enough for Wallaroo, we've got great volunteers, and some of them, and some are life members that have been involved in the club heavily for in excess of 40 plus years. So, you know, and we strongly ask any parent to become a volunteer, because as soon as someone falls off the perch or leaves for family reasons or work or whatever, we do lose those people. So we encourage anybody
that can.
Who can.
My next question was, for those who are thinking of being a volunteer, how could you sell the volunteer role? Like, is it rewarding at all, or what's the go?
Well, it's rewarding because you're working with a great club, great family club, and just come and be a part of it, and you'll see that the volunteers that do work here, you will join in and fit in with them. So, yeah, don't be scared.
Good people. So far this year, with the committee and all that, is it coherent and cohesive? In terms of the junior, senior, and netball committees, do they interact much?
We do interact with probably not so much the netty club, but with the junior committee. They're just a subcommittee of the club, but we do answer their questions, and they do see in the minutes what we talk about, and vice versa. We get their minutes, the senior committee get their minutes. So any questions that are asked, and we do invite junior committee to come along to our meetings just to see what goes on. And a lot of people, you know, they might say, we've read the minutes, but they wouldn't know what's going on. And, you know, I was like that many years ago, but if you want to know what's going on in the club, you've got to read the minutes. So, and we do interact with the netball. They come to us for functions, because obviously a few of the social committee are netballers, and their boyfriends that play footy, so they've come on board with the social committee, and we work well with them. So
it's now meshing, which is good.
It's now meshing.
In terms of merch, obviously a lot of people have pointed out other clubs like Moontra and stuff have a very wide and selective merch range. Is there any chance we could in the future get more merch?
Possibly. You've got to have people approach you to offer ideas. Thing with merchandise, it's not a cheap exercise, and example of Moonta and clubs like that, they have backing by big businesses. Where, as I said before, we're wholly and solely done by sponsorship and canteen sales and bar sales to purchase the merch, and then you've got to on sell, and you don't want to go overboard with merch because it's left lying around.
So and it might not sell.
That's right.
100%. All right. Well, my last question for you, which everyone will be asking this, we'll keep a tally. Do you reckon we should be called the Seagulls or the Bulldogs, Tom?
I think Bulldogs. That's only my opinion. You know, the Seagulls, I'm not sure how long it ran for.
If you just pen up there, Zach, you can. That's the old Seagulls there for those that don't know. So you say Bulldogs.
I say Bulldogs, but looking at a Seagulls Guernsey in front of me that's framed, and also the flag, unless we can get a graphic designer to come up with a better picture, I could work on that, working with graphic designs, but no, I prefer Bulldogs.
All right.
Yeah.
No dramas. Well,
easy.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Ryder.
Good luck with the season, being present. Thank you for your time.
No worries. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. We're here with Michaela Marner, a netball player. How you going, Michaela?
Hey, Raza.
Just first of all, can you just tell us what grade you play in netball? Because no one knows.
I play A grade.
How have you managed that?
Speak to the coach.
Anyway, moving on. How long have you played netball?
Since I was 5.
So how many years is that? Just off the top of your head there, mate.
A couple. I'm 17 now.
12, that would be.
12 years.
What position do you play?
Centre.
Can you describe that position? What do you do for those that don't know? Because there's people like Zach that have never seen netball.
So pretty much just run around the court and you just can't go in the rings. What's
a ring? Isn't that what you're shooting to?
The centre, like the shooting ring, at the end of each court, there's 2.
So like a 50?
Yeah, but like a smaller version.
Yeah. How many people can go in there?
4.
Rightio. Can you? Oh no, I've already said that question. What do you think the footy club and netball club is connected enough? Honest.
I think they could be connected a bit more.
Oh, I agree. Could you elaborate? Be honest.
I think it's a bit better this year, but
still work to do, you reckon?
I think so.
Time will tell. That's all right. What's the club that you hate the most?
I think Moonta. No. Yeah, Moonta.
That's a pretty popular answer, I'd say. What would you like to see changed around the netball club?
I don't know. I think it's gone pretty good this year.
So you don't want to change nothing? You'd change nothing about it? You'd keep it exactly the same? What's funny, mate?
Well, you're making it seem like nothing has to change.
No, I'm asking you if something has to change.
I think it's good.
All right. What's the best position you've ever finished on the ladder, Michaela?
In my whole netball or just Wallaroo?
Entire netball career for Wallaroo.
Oh, actually, back in E grade, which is under 13s, I actually finished 3rd.
Except E grade.
So seniors?
Senior netball.
How many teams are in the league?
9.
8.
That's right. That's room to improve, but that's okay. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I've only had 2 years in seniors.
You can only pick one here. What's the best teammate you've ever played with?
Ooh.
See, a couple of names spring to mind when you think of that. Bailey, which is probably one you're going to pick. Who are you going to pick?
What's the other one?
No, you can pick any.
Oh.
I was just naming your teammates.
That's not in my team.
Yes. Oh, okay. No, like ever, any year. Obviously, you've played Bailey before because you're not very popular amongst the netball. You've got a lot of rivals, but anyway, would you like to?
I think my funnest player would be Bailey.
Bailey, yeah.
And then someone that I actually like playing with would probably be Izzy, who I'm playing with.
So Izzy, yeah. So if we can just backtrack
to Bailey.
You've just said the player you actually enjoy playing with. So are you insinuating you don't like playing with Bailey?
No, I do like playing with Bailey.
But then how
Bailey, I like playing with you.
Well, how come
the netball?
How come she wasn't your answer for the first one? What's the difference between funnest and player you actually like playing with?
Because Izzy's older and has more netball playing.
So you're saying Izzy's better than Bailey?
Oh, taking this the wrong way.
Next question. Do you feel internal pressure to play well this year by the netball club? Can you answer the question? There is no cuts. This is all live. This is all going on. Stop looking at the questions, mate.
What was the question again?
Do you feel internal pressure to play well this year for the netball? Like, do you feel like you have to finish higher on the ladder than past years? Is there expectations around the club?
I don't know about expectations. I feel like we have a stronger team this year, so I feel like we'll hopefully. I think everyone's hoping we finish higher.
So there is.
Is that expectations?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expectations, I guess.
So whereabouts on the ladder do you want to finish? If you could, like, realistically, obviously everyone wants to finish first, but realistically, where would you say would be a good finish this year for you?
Honestly, I think we could make finals because we have a really strong team this year.
So top 5?
I think we could, yeah.
All right, fair enough. What's your best individual award you've ever won playing netball? Can be for any club, anything.
Best and first? The B grade?
B grade. That's right.
First year of seniors.
So, how come you've just told everyone you've just won a best and first out of nowhere? Will you rate yourself quite highly? No, that's right. Is it true that one day you'll be the president of the netball club?
Yep.
And should the netball club be worried about that?
No. I think I have a lot looking forward to me being president.
If you were the president, what would be the first thing you do if you took over right now from Lyndall? Because you're insinuating Lyndall hasn't done a good job there.
Lyndall isn't that president.
Oh, well, that's how much I know about it. That's why we're doing this.
Linnell's the president.
Oh, she's not. Yeah, anyway.
She's a good president.
Okay, what would you do if you were president?
Well, like differently.
What was the first thing you'd do?
Probably make football have a canteen manager.
All right, shots fired. Shots fired.
No,
Tom,
shots fired.
listen to that.
All right.
Is it a fair assessment to say that you're more of a babysitter to Zendel than a girlfriend? I didn't come up with that question. Many people have thought that in the past.
I think maybe when he's drinking, I'm a bit of a babysitter. But other than that...
All right, fair enough.
That was racist.
Does he... Zach, whatever, mate. Does he watch your games?
Yeah, when he can. Otherwise he's playing.
Is it true that you have once yelled at him for not watching his game?
No.
All right, and the last question is, would you rather it be called Bulldogs or Seagulls?
Bulldogs.
Why? Why was that such a quick answer? That shouldn't be an easy answer for you. Or anyone for that matter.
Well, I feel like with Bulldogs, we don't have, like, with Seagulls, they kind of, like, say we, like, eat from the garbage and stuff. They have, like, they talk down on us.
It's like bin scabs.
Yeah, that one.
Fair enough. All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's Michaela Marner, and this is Ryan Curley. Thank you. We're here with Dylan Westlake, the current A-grade captain. How you going, mate?
Very well, thank you.
Good. All right, just got a couple of questions for you. Obviously, he's very nervous, if you can't tell. He's pretty camera shy, but we'll get him going anyway.
Hopefully it goes better than mine on the couch.
On the couch, yeah.
That was terrible.
That was terrible, yeah. But that's because Nathan Murphy was running that.
It was, yeah.
How did you find out that you were the new captain? Then what was your initial reaction?
Smelty come up to me and said if I'd be willing to do the job. So I said, sure, why not? So,
do you feel honoured to be the one taking after Fuzz, obviously? Or do you reckon you can do a better job than him?
I could do a better job than him for sure. His winning record wasn't that flash, so.
What are the, well, yours isn't either. You're 0-1 so far. 100%
better than
loss,
50, so.
That's all right. What are some critiques you'd give to Fuzz as a captain?
As a player or as a captain?
Captain, not player.
Oh, nothing. He was a perfect captain.
Not too selfish, because that's what you were saying to me the other day, mate. No, anyway.
He was a good captain.
Do you feel more pressure on yourself to perform each week now that you are the captain? Like, is there more pressure on you?
Yeah, a little bit. Trying to think about other things other than mind games, so trying to keep everyone up and about, which is hard for me, but I'm trying. Unlike yourself, you love it. So.
Why is that hard for you? Do you want to elaborate? Do you just not like speaking?
I'm not good at speaking in front of lots of crowds, so unlike yourself. So
I'm not very good at that either. How long have you played senior football?
Be my 13th year, 2011. My first full A grade season.
Yep. What's the highest individual award that you've received?
A grade best and fairest in 2014.
How old were you when you won that? Because there's been a lot of debate over how old you were there.
It's 21.
21, and you haven't won one since.
Injuries, mate.
So really, you've gone down since you were 21. Is that what you're trying to say?
That was my prime.
Your prime.
Yes.
Yeah, right. In conjunction to your brother, who would you say is a better player, honestly? Because there's a lot of people that say he's better, but I actually reckon you're a better footballer than him. So would you like to? And that is on record.
During our primes, he's definitely a better player than me, but
Why is that?
Impacts games more than I do. So
Fair enough. What's your favourite football memory? It can be anything.
The senior cup premiership from last year
That you played in or coached?
that I was runner
Runner, yeah.
and
Assistant coach.
assistant coach.
Yeah. So
It was all about me.
all about you. What's your highest ladder position you finished in senior Colts? Would you like to fill us in?
Senior Colts?
Yeah.
Oh, going back a while. 7th maybe?
7th out of 9?
Out of 8.
Out of 8, yeah. Oh, because Butte Parsky. What about senior footy?
I think we finished top in 2013 or second. Top 3 in 2013.
Yeah,
and made the prelim.
Yeah, you did make a prelim, but you lost, which is
Yes.
not
Thank
very
you
good.
for reminding me.
What's the most successful team that you've played in at Wallaroo?
The 2013
2013. That's it.
A-grade
Yeah.
team.
Before Smelty, out of all the coaches you've had, what was your favourite coach? You can only pick one.
Favourite coach?
Yeah. Besides Smelty, obviously, because you only just got him.
Favourite or best coach?
Give us both. Who was your favourite and who do you think was the best coach?
I think Ryan Nelson was the best coach I've had.
Yep.
From 2012 to 2015, he's very structured and really brought a lot of structure to the club.
Yep.
Wasn't the most popular man, but he coached us pretty well.
Done the job.
Bella was pretty fun to have a coach.
Bella, yeah, Bella's good.
Cutto was good too.
Cutto, yeah. Bring back Cutto, I say. Put him in the forward line. Don't replace Smelty. Don't drop me because of that comment, please. Who's your favourite past player? And then who's your favourite present player?
Favourite past player? Ooh. Nathan Wright.
Past player?
Past player,
Yep.
Yep.
Current?
You, mate.
Yeah, it's a pretty common answer, that one, isn't it? It's pretty easy to pick. All right, now this one, everyone knows this about you, mate, and this is the part where I knew you'd get talking. Why are you a flat earther? Like, what got you into that? Pretty random.
Because it's flat.
Yeah, but obviously you don't get brought up thinking that. So why did you start thinking it was flat? Like, what put you over the edge?
Heard it on a pod, or heard Kyrie Irving years ago, and I thought he was a dickhead for saying it.
Reliable, that bloke.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. And heard a podcast about it, and I thought this guy's retarded when he's talking about it.
Yeah.
Then he brought up too many good points to ignore it. So I started listening to his podcast, then all these other ones.
And then you research it yourself.
Then look into it yourself, and mate, have you given me a proof yet that it's a globe?
I have actually.
It's been 9 months. You haven't given me anything.
I have got proof, which I'm sure I'll show you after this, which I have. Can you just tell us your best argument to sell to everyone of why the Earth is flat?
You can see too far.
You what?
You can see too far.
So you can see too. Okay, so you're saying that because we can see heaps far in front, that means the Earth must be flat.
If there's a globe, there has to be physical curvature. And we can see too far. You can see across the Gulf. I've done the calculations. The land mass should be 200 metres below the physical curve of the Earth. Yep. You can see it.
I'm not arguing.
Easy.
That's just this is your moment to shine, mate.
Absolutely.
If you could send a message to everyone at the Wallaroo Football Club, what would it be? As the A-grade captain, what's your message to the club?
Don't get interviewed by Riser.
You can't help that. You're forced. If you can't see, Zach is holding a gun. We're going to cut that out. That's not good. Anyway, would you rather the Seagulls or Bulldogs? Would you rather us be called Seagulls or Bulldogs in short?
Bulldogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you want Seagulls.
All right. Thank you. This is Dylan Westlake. Thank you for your time.